Hey, welcome back to Gracie Schwarzwald. I'm here with Erkan Mete, and we're continuing on with our complete Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Self-Defense Course, and we're focusing on the clinch work. I can't emphasize enough that if you do Jiu-Jitsu, you should be training clinch work as much as possible. It's probably the most valuable and least trained aspect in most Jiu-Jitsu schools. Okay, and when I mean clinch work, I mean, yeah, there's single legs, double legs, takedowns like that, but I'm talking about, actually getting into these positions. Okay, why is that? Again, from a self-defense perspective, especially if you're a white belt, new blue belt, I get in a fight, I don't want to be sitting here trying to shoot single and free double legs out on the parking lot. I want to actually get in, smother your strikes, then maybe work on taking you down, or at least maybe fighting from there. It also will help you tremendously on the ground. If you understand how to clinch work here, your pins and your holds and everything else will improve on the ground a lot too. All right, so in the last video, we covered the various underhooks. Okay, now we're going to cover overhooks. Okay, the way you beat an underhook is with a good overhook. The way you beat an overhook is with a good underhook. Okay, so they're not, one is better than the other, it's just the better version and understanding what the purpose is. So when the one who dictates the distance dictates the fight. One of the things with the underhook, right, however it is, or any of these clinches is what? I want to be very close to you. Mm-hmm. It's like if I had you in side control. I want to be tight, you want to make space, right? And when I get in tight, there's not a lot of space for you to build structures in order to break the hold, right? So what happens is somebody comes in and they clinch somehow on the lower part of the body, meaning armpit down. And what do people do? They don't know how to break the hold, so they end up headlocking the person and trying to make something happen from there. So what I want to do is I want to put spacers in the way. So if I was coming for double unders, ideally, he would make a frame, something like this, not allow me to get in. So that's kind of an early defense. Early defense, real early defense, hands. Later defense, forearms, and then he's going to go to the head defense. Okay, so the head, but in addition to an overhook. So you'll notice if I get the underhook and the arm is just there, I can get very, very tight. There's no space between us. But if he were to come over with his arm, now look, there's a spacer. I can only get so close. Now it's very important with this underhook. I said before, we don't want to do an overhook. When we did the 50-50 position, I don't want to go like this because he can pull his arm out. Well, right now he's using the overhook. He's not worried about keeping me in. He's just worried about me getting my body too close. So it's serving a different purpose. It's not serving trying to hold the person, which is why we went and used it. The other one is serving keeping the person away. Now notice when he goes for the underhook, I make the frame. I don't bring my hand to my chest. I want to keep my hand on his chest here. Okay, you'll use this from the guard, from many positions. If you roll with Sven, he's going to do this all day long to you. He's going to give you this because he loves this position, feed the gi. Okay, and if you have the gi and you do this, it's a very powerful position because, get your hips close to me? You can't, right? And not only that, but I actually have tremendous ability to break his posture because the space favors me. Break my posture? You can't really manipulate my shoulder, right? But I can manipulate your shoulder. Now, what will we do? So I can control this forearm and keep this. I can use this hand to control the head. When I control the forearm, by the way, again, we're going to go right here. So he tries to throw me, tries to step in for an inside trip. Any of these things can be very hard. Here, okay. I can also come in, go to the frame here. Some people, when they do this, let's turn this way, like to make a grip on their own forearm. That's perfectly fine. I usually keep it separate. This is a big part of I use this a lot in my guillotine game. I'll go here, fake this way, and then attack. So he catches himself, I go right into the guillotine. So he comes in, but what I want to avoid, come in quick, is missing that time. He just won that battle. So this is kind of a late defense. He comes in, I got to get that arm right in. And now, who feels like you're better off, me or you?
You are better.
Right here. Yeah. Okay. That's your favorite.
Yeah.
He gets here and then Uchimadas me all day. All right, so you want to get in the habit of this. By the way, I'm a big proponent of underhooks. I use underhooks all the time. But I've also, over the past few years, become a big fan of overhooks because I'm lazy. And I know guys, they train jiu-jitsu, they know don't give the underhook, and they're always fighting for underhooks. So I finally just go, yeah, go ahead and have it. And then I go here. And now I can work a lot of my same game. Okay, so overhooks, underhooks, you know, master them standing and on the ground, right? It seems like, I'm not trying to sound like, you know, I'm a grumpy old man or anything, but it seems like every school in the world now, everything is just based off of double sleeves. And if you're in a self-defense situation and you're trying to grab my double sleeves, and even if you grab them, are you stopping me hitting you?
Not really.
Right? Overhook me. Overhook. This time. Control. Yeah. Here. Underhook me. Control. Here. It's a lot harder for me to damage you, right? Mm-hmm. So even if you're like, well, I don't really like no-gi, you should practice these if you just want to avoid not actually having your face messed up when you need to defend yourself because you're out here trying to hold on to sleeves. Okay, so really great position. The better you get out in standing, the better you'll get with it on the ground.